Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to check out the Rileys. We mostly came on this live stream. We just did an update on our virus protection, on our firewall stuff. Anyways, we were wanting to make sure that we can still go live without any problems. Um, so we just got on here to go live for a little bit and make sure everything is still running smoothly. Um, so welcome to check out the Riley's live stream. We were hoping it would come up and work, and as of right now, it is. And my wife is actually about to leave, so she's not going to be here for any of this. But had to get her in the picture before she left, right? So I'm just trying to get everything set up real quick. Um, so welcome to our short little quickie live stream here. Unless everybody starts talking to me a lot, and then we'll make it longer. Hey, 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 Richard. Good to see you, my friend. I just was checking out, make sure we could still go live. And we are here, and we are live, and we are good. So, yeah, good to see you as well. See my little video I posted a while ago. We took the laptop in to get it worked on there, and they put a new virus protection on there, and I'm not for sure what it's even called. But my wife took it into the shop, so I was videoing the intersection there by the mall just to show the difference, what it looks like with the stoplight compared to the one the other day that I posted in another town where they didn't have a light. Jim, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes. Hold on, I thought I knew it. Merce, I need if you give me our email address again.
What? Richard? What can you look at me?
What is the
Oh, it's
Jim?
Messenger.
Jim wanted it. I know he had it before, but he just said again. I was looking at a home to rent today, but I did see Mike and May. Yeah, I haven't watched that one that Mike and May just posted, where they're going back, to Pennsylvania. I know it. I think it says it's a two-parter. So you're going?
I can eat some chips now. Yes.
No milk, okay? No milk.
And in the box.
Sorry, my wife. See you soon. Sorry, guys.
Yes, this. What is
What
this? My favorite chip.
All right.
Yeah.
Jabez, can you get me the
This one.
water? Yeah, I see they had a live. I must when we put ours off, they must have went on or something. I mean, it was about the same time frame, but once we turned ours off, we like ran out the door. So I didn't see that they were live until I was already gone. Yeah, I had to always make sure when my wife is leaving that I get that goodbye kiss, right? I don't know about you guys, but the chips here are the hardest things in the world to open. I used to get mad at my wife for opening the chips like this back home in Indiana. Like, why you open the chips like that? And I see why now. Because it's harder than snot to tear them open the regular
Thank
way.
you.
Thank you, James. Yeah, hopefully once they get back home, though, I can catch some of their live streams while they're back in Pennsylvania. Yeah, as soon as we got off here this morning, live stream, and we went straight to take our son to school and then go by and get this laptop worked on. The guy told my wife that our laptop it needs some help, and of course he slipped his phone number to us. So later, I think he's off on Saturday, he said, so we may just get him and have him come over and work on it then. Yeah, there's our email address, my wife's name at yahoo.com. So if anybody ever wants to shoot us an email, just don't send links and stuff because I never follow them. So you send me pictures or whatever. Right. That's it, Richard. How much help does it need? Well, it's since we've been doing YouTube on this laptop, we've been putting a tremendous amount of stuff on here. So I don't know how our memory is even handling half of the stuff that we put on here. And maybe that's something that he wants to work on or whatever. But typically, I'll see what he wants to charge or whatever, and then we'll make a decision from there. But we went up to the store today and they put on the software and loaded it up. Yeah, declutter it and all that good stuff. But they did all that, and it cost 840 pesos. So that's under 20 American dollars. And back home, they wouldn't have looked at my laptop for under $100. So Joey B is in the house. Welcome, our friend Joey B. So you like the video I stuck up a while ago? I was out at the we took the laptop to get it worked on. That's enough. I took the laptop to get it worked on, or my wife did. And I was just sitting in the car and I was like, well, let me get out here at this intersection and I'll just video it. And then while I was videoing it, you see my wife come up to me and ask me, said, let's go to the mall. And she wanted to check one of the stores that was in the mall to see if they had some piece that she was looking for. So that was that video of the wild intersection here in our area. No, Joey B, that was actually a downtime. So that was barely traffic. That was before the lunch rush. Yes, delete, delete. Didn't see that. Yeah, no problem, no problem. I don't know what's wrong with this. Hey, I need you guys to stop. I don't want to look up to this issue no more. You understand what I'm saying, kiddos? Sorry, now my tablet is going weird. There it goes. Wow, what is a gallon of gas? Um, well, here, a gallon of gas, unleaded, is about 49 pesos per gallon. Or no, I'm sorry, per liter. And then diesel is about 43, 42. Um, so that makes gas. There's 4 liters in a gallon, so it's just under $4 American dollars for my gas per gallon. Of course, diesel's a little bit cheaper, but there in America, I was paying $2.30 about when I left. So it's quite a hike for gas. When I first came over, we were using my sister-in-law's car, and it's a diesel. It's a little Hyundai Accent diesel, and it was much cheaper on gas than this SUV that I'm driving. Yes, it's went up, and here it's still cheaper than the other islands that we went to. The When we went to like Dumaguete, the gas was it was in the 50s, 52 to 55 um, per liter. And then Iloilo, it was up that way, up that area too. So the gas was a lot more up there. So I kept getting scared. The further we went north, the more the gas went. I seen it as high as 59 pesos per liter for regular unleaded gas. Yeah, that's been one of my budget killers over here since I've been here. We drove a little more than I wanted to um, at times. Um, we had to take more trips back and forth to Davao than I wanted to a few times, and it when you're paying that much in gas, that long of a trip get you. Oh, when you left, it was 35 to 40. Yeah, well, it's went up. I I have never seen it since I've been here that low. The lowest the lowest I've seen it is the 40, probably 43 or 44 for diesel. No, peso is what they use here, Joey B. It's a Filipino peso, not the Mexican peso. I don't know if you were here earlier. our wife was trying to trans switch up the money from uh, I think it was I don't remember, New Zealand or somewhere, to peso, Filipino peso, but Google was telling us Mexican peso. Yeah, the peso is the same name. They call it the same thing they do in Mexico here. Okay, that was up where you were, and up there. I haven't been up there, up that way, so it might be cheaper, but I have no idea. When we flew in coming here, we did not stay in Manila very long. We just transferred from one terminal to the next, and that's as long as we were out on the road. Yeah, New Zealand to peso. Yeah, yeah. That Google was telling us some crazy stuff a while ago. Uh, yeah, I appreciate you guys coming and checking me out. We Since we had the laptop worked on, I just wanted to make sure that this worked before I went try to go live later, and it wouldn't work for us. So you left in 17. Yeah. And there in America, our gas went way up. Um, and then something changed. I won't say what, but something changed, and all of a sudden our gas prices started going down. We almost were paying $4 a gallon, and then it just started creeping down and down once something else happened. Yeah, we if we type it in, that's what we do. But we have the Google Home deal where you just speak it and then it tells you the answer, kind of like the Alexa or whatever. So we just try to ask it, but it thought we were talking about the Mexican peso. Welcome back, Jim. Understand if you have a thing. Jim, if you send something over to the email, my wife will check it when she gets back home. She had to run out. She's actually meeting with a lawyer, or we have some issues over here. Well, not us personally, but the family. And my wife, like I've said in the past, my wife helps family business and stuff. Joey B, no problem, my friend. So anybody notice my cash? I got the old Johnny Cash shirt on today. Maybe tomorrow too, depending if I have to go out or not. So yeah. You could have got some, right? You could go get some and not be bugging me with it, right? You don't know how to go get a bag of chips to eat? Okay. Why don't you do that, and so I don't have to hear about it? No, actually, we brought the Google thing from the States. We packed it and brought it with us. We had sent her parents one of the Alexas, so they had one of the Alexas here. I don't know where it is, but they didn't like it too well from the Amazon. So that Alexa don't know anything. Yeah, I had to be a dad there. Sometimes the kids fight over the littlest things. One of them's got a bag of chips, and the other one wants to share with them, and the little one doesn't want to share. Like, just go get another bag. So easy. You can both have a bag of chips. It's not a big problem. Yep. Hey, I appreciate all of you listening in, checking us out here. Check out the Rileys. Hope you guys might consider subscribing to us as well, so you don't have to miss a thing. Hey, Jim, was that a good plug for myself or what? If you think I sound funny, you should see what I look like. uh, you know, you got to take advantage of screen time. Thank you, Jim. Uh, um, well, Richard, I've had different hobbies in my life, but um, I've had to change up stuff since I've been here in the Philippines, of course. Um, one of my hobbies is trying to keep cool. Uh, try to figure out new ways of not burning up. That's one of my favorite pastimes. No, but I am into a few different things. I am into cars. I really enjoy cars. I don't work on them so much, but back in the States, I'd flip cars, buy them and sell them, and I've done that since I've been late in my teenage years. Started doing that, and I bought something that I thought I was going to make into a hobby when I got over here, along with the YouTube. I bought some drones, and I planned on flying my drones here in the Philippines and getting good at it. But I bought them when it was going into winter over there, so I did not get to fly them that often. I just like kept it in test mode and beginner mode and fly them around a little bit. And but I brought those with me to play with here. But with the drones, the thing that I did that was a total mess was I charged my batteries before I brought them over here to the Philippines, because you can't stow the batteries in the luggage, so they had to go in my backpack and everything. So charged up my batteries really good, and I brought them to the Philippines. And the thing that I forgot to bring to the Philippines was the charger. You heard that right. I did not bring my charger to these batteries for my drone to the Philippines. My wife ordered me a charger on their thing that's similar to Amazon, and it sent me something that looked like the charger, but it didn't have a cord to it. Uh, so I have no idea what's going on. I've tried to have my son find these chargers of mine back home so somebody could bring them to me, but he has not been able to locate the chargers that I left there. So I've just been having a real good time. So you use solar, huh? Yeah. So that and I am a professional driver for my wife. That's my other hobby. I drive my wife everywhere she needs to go here. Except for this time, she went to meet this lawyer without me. So,
This is the card thing. I'm dead.
but there's some other stuff that I try to do. You know, the kids take up a lot of the time. They always have something going on. So when you got two younger kids, um, they always find you something to do. Um, right. That's it. Kids can't never find anything. And my son, I don't know. I don't know if you were on earlier, but he was on here. He's 25 years old, and he's the one that's in our house back home. And he can't find my chargers, which I'm pretty sure I had a table sitting next to the love seat, and that's where I charged the the batteries up. So when I left, they should have been there on that table still, and or maybe on the floor next to it. I mean, if it fell off, I don't know. But nope, I can't find them, Dad. So I might ask him again. Oh, no problem. Yeah. So I would like to get into doing something over here, but it's kind of tricky. Richard, you've been over here before. You kind of know that certain things you can do, and yeah, yeah. But it's kind of tricky. You know, it's like this. See how I got this table? It's kind of got some junk on it. Got my headphones and my coffee cup and my well, that's my wife's thing. She puts her phone in. Well, thank you. That used to be part of their dining room, but they fixed up the kitchen area, so they put the table that used to sit there in the other room. Yeah, but yeah, there's some nice cabinets. Gives plenty enough room for the Christmas tree over here. And my other junk here and the kids' toys over that way. Yeah, it's definitely not like the West. I'd like to get into some other stuff, but I gotta be careful what I do here, especially in this area. I don't want to attract too much attention at any one given time. But there's something I might be doing coming up that's going to attract a lot more attention than I'm used to. But I'm hoping that it's not going to be overbearing for me. But it's something that I'm going to do to try to bring some joy to some kids and stuff. We have decided, and this is probably about 90% going to happen now, that I'm going to be Santa Claus. We're thinking about having the beard dyed or bleached rather, and me dress up as Santa for the kids. Quail farming. Do you, Richard? Do you know people that do the farming? So tell us your life. Christy's asking. What would you like to know about my life? Yeah, Richard, as far as the farming, her father has a farm and he farms it like that. He has a farm and he farms it. Because some people have, the hectares, but they don't do anything with it. It just sits there. But he actually works his farm. But he's got chickens and he's got goats and he's got caribou and he's got mangoes and he does palm oil and I think coconuts as well. But there's several crops and different things that he grows. One time he brought a bunch of ginger here. So the W's. Okay. Well, I'm not for sure what. uh, so, so she wants to know about my life. What's going on? Well, I'll give you the latest, I guess. Well, my name is Bill Riley. Me and my wife, back in March of 2019 of this year, moved our family from the Indianapolis, Indiana area of the United States to the Philippines, Mindanao, the the part of the country that they tell you don't go to and don't be in, and it's the bad part. It's where you shouldn't be, and that is where we are now. So we've been living here since March. Um, we we live in our parents or my wife's parents' house right now. We have a house here in the Philippines, but it is about 4 hours drive from where we are. So we do not live there because part of the reason we moved to the Philippines is is for the kids to be with their grandparents. So the solution for now was just for us to move in with them here. There's some there's some things that may change with that coming up. We're not exactly for sure, but we'll keep everybody posted if something changes. Sorry about the buffering. Welcome to the Philippines. We like the buffer here for some reason. It's getting that it's getting time for when people are getting off work and stuff, so they're coming home and hitting up their internet. So our internet will slow down. Uh, so she's in engineering. My father-in-law and my brother-in-law both are engineers. My father-in-law is a retired engineer. They both worked um, for the road systems in Mindanao here. My brother-in-law still works for them. Exactly everything that they do, not quite for sure. I know they're part of the bridge building and approval and inspection, all that kind of good stuff. What, right, hydro engineer, probably so. So with all these, hey, there you go. Welcome back, our friend. So, culture shocks. Well, Aldi, my friend, my culture shocks mostly happened back when I first came here back in 2011. I'm kind of more so used to the culture now, you know. Before we moved over here, I had been over here several times, and plus I lived with my wife and all that stuff. So I kind of knew the culture this time. But back 2011, when I knew nothing about the Philippines, and I traveled over here to meet and marry my wife, there's a lot of culture shocks, including, um, their families here um, is very extended family. Like you have your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, um, but they have that as well as uncles and aunts and cousins. But they go much further. They, their second cousin's daughter is your niece, and their families are massive, and they get together multiple times of the year for big gatherings where you have the entire family there. Um, just like we went to All Saints Day here this past October, 1st of November, end of October, and that was kind of like a preview to the reunion that's coming up. Um, and that's only one part of her family. Hey, Richard, you take care. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for the thumbs up. Always appreciative. So the extended family is a culture shock for my friend. Not to mention, the simple stuff like how they live over here, what you know, what style houses, or you know, it's mind blowing when you can go to somebody's simple house and see how they live so simple. And back in the United States, you know, I built one of my houses. I built was over 4,000 square feet. I thought I needed the biggest house possible with 3-car garage and you know loaded full of junk. And I have a different mindset on what we need anymore. So Jim, did I answer Christie's life questions, or does she have anything specific that she wanted to know that I didn't touch on? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to check out the Rileys. We Okay, you got to reconnect it. No problem. No problem. Yeah, while everybody is taking a second, if you come up with questions, I'm happy to answer them. My wife has had to go somewhere, but she'll be back eventually. I may end this before she gets back, though, but we'll see. I had the computer touch today, so I wanted to make sure that it was still good to use. Sometimes after you upload a new program, there's a virus protection. Sometimes it doesn't work like it used to. So I wanted to make sure I could still come on and do our live streams and all that good stuff. So I came on a little early. We typically might do one toward the evening, but we came on early today. But if you guys would, if you haven't yet, if you could throw us a big thumbs up there, appreciate it. It helps other people see us, and kind of gets the word out about us a little bit. Me and my wife, we always claim to be internet beggars. Thank you, whoever gave us that. And we internet beg for thumbs up, shares, and hey, my wife is somewhere talking to me online. If you guys see my wife, her channel is Married a Foreigner in the Philippines. So if you speak Tagalog, there's your chance. she's my official translator. She speaks a mixture of different languages, but I've been making her speak English for so long. Merce, how are you doing wherever you are? Is it going good? I'm glad you got some internet while you're out. But in case you haven't yet, that is her channel. Thank you for whoever gave us the thumbs up. That is her channel where she's going to be uploading. She's doing a pretty awesome series. Awesome. Glad you got it. So my wife there is going to be doing a series where she's interviewing pastors and different people to find out, like pastor, why did they go into preaching or teaching or whatever it might be. So she's already done one interview, so she'll be putting that up here shortly. So, but check her out. Maybe go over there and ring that bell. So she doesn't put out a video a day like this channel does, but when she does put out one, it should be very good content. A little more serious than what we do over here. There's only so much stuff that we talk about on this channel. On that channel, she won't be limited. Yeah, welcome to check out the Rileys. If this is your first time and you'd like to talk or ask questions, please do so. We love all our people that come by and say hi to us. We have some ninjas that usually stay in our background that are kind of quiet, but we ask anybody that wants to talk, please do so. So I don't have to do all the talking, even though my voice is the one that you hear the whole time. Yeah. Yeah, don't hit the wrong button. Yeah, we need the thumbs up, not the thumbs down. But like earlier, I was attacked by like 4 trolls on our earlier live stream we did today. And somehow, some way, I went over and looked, and they did not give me thumbs down like they normally do. Usually, you'll have, when you get attacked by the trolls like that, you'll go over and look at your thumbs up or thumbs down, and it will be like, you'll have like 9 thumbs down all of a sudden. Like, what happened? Where was those people? Okay, the bunch is asking, how long and how did you meet? Me and my wife, we met in January of 2011. I think it was on about the 3rd of January. And I married her on the 27th of January of 2011. You have to wait 2 weeks once you go for your license here to get married in the Philippines. So you have to wait 2 weeks to be able to be married. And plus I had to fly back to Manila and get a document from the embassy saying that I was eligible to be married. That means I was single and all that good stuff. Let's see. As far as the how did we meet, I was newly single, if you will. Yeah, we met on a Christian website. It was called something like Finding Christian Friends or Christian Friends. It was something along that line, but the word free was in there. So I don't exactly remember the wording. But that is how I met my wife. I was new to trying to go online to talk to people, and I had a counselor that suggested that I was becoming a hermit, staying in the house. I was suffering from depression, and she just suggested that I would start talking to people, and because I would work third shift, I'd go home, eat something, go to bed, um, get up, do the stuff I needed to do around the house, take me a quick nap, and then go back into work. And that was my routine. And yeah, yeah, I don't remember the name of the site. It's bad. It's something like Christian. It wasn't Christian Mingles. That one is got an easy name, but this one was something like Christian. It might have been like Christian dating and friends, finding friends for free or something. It wasn't like a big site or nothing. And when I went on there, I started talking to, I said hi to some people, and the people that were on there at the time, I'd come home at like 5 a.m. So it's the people that are awake on the other side of the world. And I started talking to Mercy right off the bat. And she told me how to, get like Yahoo Messenger or one of those. I didn't know anything about how to, face to face chat with somebody. I was pretty dumb with the computer. Only thing I did on the computer was I looked up like cars I could, you know, I went online to look up cars to try to buy from auto traders and stuff, Craigslist, that kind of thing. Rena's in the house, everybody. Tell Rena, the hostess with the mostest, hello. She is the most awesome host. Thank you for coming by. It's okay if you can only stay a few. Jim, I don't know if you're going to believe me or not, but Mercy was the only person I talked to online, and I didn't have any bust. I wasn't talking to anybody else, like seriously. I might talk back and forth to somebody at a given time, but nothing. I just being friendly to a few people. But Mercy was the only one that I ever talked to online, and I felt like God led me to Mercy, and she was the one for me. So I told her if I came all the way to the Philippines and met her, that I would be coming over here to marry her. And she didn't think I was serious, but when I met her at the airport, I bent down and proposed to her on the spot as soon as I seen her. And then we were married 20 some days later. So no bust, just Mercy. Yeah, Rena, there's people like us out there that never talked to anybody before online, and then next thing you know, we're talking to a Filipino, and and, and next thing you know, there's wedding bells. But yeah, I'd never talked to nobody. I didn't have I didn't have like a Skype set up. I didn't have like, I think it was Yahoo Messenger, whatever we used to talk back and forth. I didn't have none of that stuff. She had to she had to like tell me how to go get that kind of stuff, so we were able to talk to each other and all that kind of good stuff. She had said she had talked to many people before, and she had found there's a lot of people just on there to play and all that stuff. And um, I told her that I don't I'm not out to date or anything like that. I felt like God led me to her for a reason, and if He wants me to do something, I'm going to do it, even if it sounds crazy. I would ask Mercy kind of often, does she think I'm crazy? And she would say yes. Say good. So yeah, you had a dirty beard, Jim. You know it's hard to keep these things clean, anyways, right? I always find dinner leftovers, later on. Uh, yeah, I never really got into chatting online or anything like that. I had met some other people that it was a friend site, so I met some girls and some guys from different parts of America and Philippines and Indonesia, and I just go on there and you know find out what's going on with them, and ask for prayers or offer to pray for somebody. And that was kind of it, except for with Mercy. Something about her. I tried to think it was crazy, and I felt like God kept doing this to me, like, talk to her, talk to her, talk to her. So I got into the habit where I wanted to, right. So I got into the habit of I come home from work and I would look forward to really talking to her. And we only talked, let's see, we started talking in like July. And by October, I asked her if she would be my girlfriend. And she moved from the Philippines to Pakistan. And when she was there, when she was there, I talked to her some more, and that's when I asked her about meeting her. She was going to meet me in Thailand, but I talked to her dad and told him my intentions, and he suggested we just come here. So I met her in the Philippines, and bam. Yep. They when I talk to people online, even like on here, Jim, Filipinos think that the beard is dirty or whatever, but here in person, they, I have a lot of Filipinos, men and women, that want to come and touch my beard and look at it and ask me about it, and I can't tell you how many people came up and touched it. Just hopefully that answered some of their questions. Jim, you got anything else for me? Good. Yes, that is weird. It's just a culture thing, I guess. They think beards are dirty, but you know, I treat this like I treat my hair. If my I don't let my hair get dirty, I don't let this get dirty. You know, occasional something will fall into it while I'm eating, but you know, it'll drive me nuts, and I'll dig it out of there. And then I go wash it. A lot of times when I eat something, if it's something like a noodle or whatever, I'll take my beard and I'll tuck it. So I'll put it like that so I can eat. So make sure it doesn't get bad. So Abdi, you want me to go into the mall with the video next time, right? Yeah, she's not too far from me, I don't think. Yeah, I've done some videos in the mall before, but typically, like when I'm in the mall, I'll have like a group of young people that will want to talk to me, and I'll film them talking to me or whatever, something like that. Yeah, I'll try to do a video coming up inside of one of the malls when we go. It's kind of easier to stay out of the malls when you're broke. I'm not shopping for nothing, so I don't go in there too often. Yep. Thank you for visiting, everybody. Thank you for giving me the thumbs up, and don't forget to visit each other's. Oh,
I can't get through that.
sorry about that. Don't forget to go to each other's site and show love. If you guys haven't been to Renee Hall's, sorry about that. I lost sight. If you haven't been over to her channel yet, please do so. She is the hostess with the mostest. She's way better at doing this than I am. Um, Rena, it's one of two things, right? In the Philippines, it's hot and raining or hot and hot. Right now, it's just hot and hot, hot and dry. I don't know what it got up to at 92 degrees or so, maybe 37 Celsius, maybe. Yeah, Audie, in this area, if they are the tricycles that are, you gotta turn this down. I'm trying to. But if they are working in this area, the tricycles, and they're picking up passengers, they have to be painted yellow, and they have to have a number showing their license to do so. So you'll see all of them in this area. They're now if we go to another town, um, they may be green in that town, and another town will be blue. But that's typically how you tell where that tricycle is from and where is it allowed to pick up people at. So that's why you see the yellow colored here. Um, Thank you, Jim, for blessing. Appreciate that. Yep, Rena, that is the way it is here. The hot and dry or the hot and wet. So we watched a farmer having his rice field plowed today. I had never seen a tractor plowing the rice field before, but we seen one today. It's down at the end of our road, so we sat there for a while and watched them. 72 degrees. It's 40. Yep, it's probably about 40 maybe here, I guess. Or was anyways. It's starting to be evening. It's 5 o'clock, and exactly at 5 o'clock every day the sun starts to fade away here. So 72 sounds awesome. I wish it was about 72 for a week here. Oh man. I've only felt temperatures in the 70s once here since I've been in the Philippines. And we went up on top of a mountain and spent the night at, it's called Eden's Ridge or something along those lines. And it kind of reminded me of Tennessee. And it was nice and it was nice and cool there. Not cold like they told me it would be, but cool. Any fruits that I miss that I can't find? Well, you know, this time of the year back home in the States, it would be pumpkin season. So a lot of pumpkin everything, pumpkin pie, pumpkin um, bread, pumpkin, all kinds of stuff. So I kind of miss that seasonal harvest, if you will. Not that they don't have a pumpkin here, I just haven't seen one yet. Um, they do have watermelon. Um, but I haven't seen any pumpkins, and that would kind of be nice to have a big pumpkin pie. Thank you for asking. So it's not constant there, the temperature. Yeah, I'd like to have even up there on the mountain that we were staying at, it just wasn't as hot. I'd say it got up to about 87, 88 degrees during the day, but it wasn't as humid as it is here. I feel like we live in the valley. So here in the valley it's kind of hot. I think by all the big cities it's usually hot unless they're right on the ocean. 70 to 75. That's sounds pretty good. Yep, I haven't made it to Egypt yet. My in-laws have. They went to Israel and then went to Egypt while they were over there. So they showed me the pictures. But we'd like to go one day. You know, Israel's on my bucket list. And that is where I was planning on going. I was planning a trip when I met Mercy. I was planning on going to Israel with my church. And the next thing that I knew, are you asking me? My son showed me what game he's downloading.
Downloading.
Oh, it's already playing? I don't want to play them. I'm doing this. All right. The lake brings in a cool breeze. That's awesome. Trying to see how bad I was buffering here. Not too bad, I guess. You can play Candyland? Where is it? Candyland game? Bring it in here and set it up.
Everything gotta be moved.
You just gotta put it on there.
Yeah.
On the table. Yeah, it'll fit right there. My son is gonna go get Candyland. Jabez?
Candy?
Candyland? Do you know where it is?
I didn't find the characters because your tail keeps taking them out of my room. Not when they're back.
Look for the characters, Doroteo. Looks like I'm going to have to get off here. My youngest wants to play Candyland. So sometimes I have to pause. Any of you guys play Candyland? Where's the cards?
I saw your tail always taking it out.
We'll go find them. But here's the Candyland. Yes, Rena, we'll see you next time. Thank you for coming by. As far as safe, I would not stay here if I did not feel safe. This area I believe gets a bad rap. It's a lot worse in the media than it is actual being here. So, yeah, I wouldn't be here if I didn't feel safe. I wouldn't have my family here. So, you got to find the characters.
Can we just use the snakes and ladders characters?
Gotta find some. Are they in your backpack, Doroteo? Check in this backpack over here.
I got lots of people. Only seen Lantern.
Well, go find a couple. Go find a couple. Yeah, my son doesn't put stuff back where it's supposed to go. But we got the cards and the board to the Candyland. Yeah, the U.S. Embassy told me not to come down here the first time I came. So they said it's not a safe area to travel for the U.S. people. But just like back home in Indiana, I knew there's places that I should not travel or should not go, especially alone. And I stay out of those places, and I stay out of the you don't put yourself in danger for silly reasons. But yeah, we don't. We just try to be careful, be aware, no matter where we are,
Maybe the card
and we'll just find a couple of characters, whatever.
2 characters.
Where's the Lego men at?
Lego?
Yeah,
I Lego people?
we'll find them. Don't come over here without them. Okay, well, I'm getting off here, everybody. Thank you guys for coming. We got a game of Candyland to play. My 6-year-old thinks he can take me, but I'm pretty tough. All right, see you guys next time. Yeah, the east side of night. That's exactly right, Jim.
Another board.
Yeah, that shoots and ladders, I think.
Another one. This is 5. And
Oh,
this
here it is. It dropped in here. Here's your reddish one. Take them before you lose them again.